Hello, people of the internet. We're doing some more farewell goals today. Not going to be a terribly long stream. I plan on not going past 10:30. So we'll see if I actually abide by that, but I don't think this will be a long one. Also 69696. Haha, funny number. Palindrome. Funny. Anyways. What we're going to do is just some more runs. Nothing new here. Let me put on the music real quickly, and we'll just get into it because it's going to be a shorter stream. So no dilly dallying, no tomfoolery, just gaming. We will shuffle this. All right. Time for us to go. Oh, why'd I grab the golden? We have to practice first. I'm being silly. So we're just gonna go hit here. What's up, Wilbur? Oh, it's my favorite room. We're gonna do this room like about 10 more times just because I really want to drill this room into my brain because I just hate it. And I never want to die on it ever again. Even though I know I'm going to several more times. Like, this room actually makes me want to freaking actually smash my head in with a hammer. You know, this room is just, it's something special. And not a good kind of special. Like, the kind of special that is awful. not the special that's good. The bad special. What? Hello? I just didn't dash. Okay, that's awesome. That's just absolutely lovely. I love when my dash don't dash. It's truly incredible how, yeah, it is truly incredible how much it sucks. It's honestly, I'm honestly amazed that it's possible for there to be a room that is just genuinely so garbage in every way. It makes me want to die inside. Like, I didn't think it was possible, but it is now. Now I know. And now I've experienced it. Now I can confidently say that this is as bad as it gets. Well, that's not true, but, you know, at least in the base game, that's as bad as it gets. Okay, we're not, you know, I don't want to speak for the modded, because, you know, that gets a little, you know, that gets bad in its own way. But, you know, we're not dealing with that right now. Okay. All right, we're not dealing with that. You'll hold you to that. Yeah, I'm gonna eat those words probably, but, you know, I need to vent, so this is how I'm venting right now. I'll do this like one more time. Then watch me die and then do it again. The problem is, like, there is kind of a setup for it, but you kind of also just have to, like, time it right. And if you mess up the timing, you're kind of just cooked. And there's no way around it. And that's why it's awful. Because the problem is I actually have to be good at the game, and that's like the main issue with it, you know. Because the problem is I'm not good at the game. So when it asks me to be good, I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's too much for me. You're asking too much of me, okay? Expecting me to be good at the video game? No, that's just too much. That's just too much, okay? I can't handle that. Alright. Oh, come on, damn it. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Okay, here we go. I should probably just run through all of Event Horizon. I mean, because all of... Okay, don't do that, jeez. Wait, no. I'm gonna gate skip. I'm gonna gate skip. Ready? Ready for this? Ready for this? I'm cracked. I'm cracked. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying, Wilbur. Like, I can't believe they're requiring skill in a precision-based platforming game. It's kind of messed up when you think about it. It'd be really funny if I started doing gate skips during run. I'm not going to, because I'm definitely going to die doing that, but it would be funny. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a terrible idea, but it would be funny. Stupid bird. That would make you go tee-hee at least once. Yeah, real. Honestly, FR. This is probably one of the hardest rooms in that Horizon, honestly. Like, it's not that bad, but it's also awful at the same time. Well, just these wall bounces are awkward, and then some of the conveyor jumps are just goofy as hell. This isn't that... I was about to say this isn't that bad, and then I died, so I'm really just eating those words right now. Okay. I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna stop. Whenever I say anything, this is what happens to me. I deserve it, but still. How do they taste? What, like the Kevin? Or the conveyors? The words? Not good. They don't taste good. It's kind of like I burned them. It's like I put them in the air fryer and then left them in for like 2 hours and forgot to take them out. So they're just freaking ash. They're just burnt to a crisp. Like they're just charcoal. Like it's not even food anymore. That's what they taste like. It's like when you just leave the oven on, you forget to take the food out, so it just gets completely barbecued. That's what it is, basically. Okay. I am getting better at... I should really stop saying like stuff about me being good right when I'm playing a room. But yeah, what I was saying is I'm getting better at these Event Horizon rooms. During golden runs, I mean to make sure I never talk about that, like anything about my skill level, because it's just asking to die. It's just asking the fates to just eradicate you instantly. Then we have comb room. Oh Jesus! If I do that, oh my God, that would be an awful way to die. Messing up my setup completely. Actually, I might be able to save it if I mess up. That might be savable. I'm actually not here. I'm gonna test if that's savable. That might be. Let me see. So if I mess up my setup and if I do dash. No, actually, I don't think that's savable. But what I could do is be like, oh no, and like rush. I'm okay. There might be a world where if I fast fall, right? Wait. This is savable. This is savable. I'm a believer, and then you're like, oh no, shiver me timbers, and then you can save it. Yeah, see? If I'm just cracked, I can save it, but that's very unlikely for me to actually save it, because I would just die, is what would happen. I would just die. You know what I mean? The price to pay for arrogance and a false sense of immunity. Yeah, exactly. Whenever you think you're good, like, you know, you get put in your place. Also, I was supposed to demo there and I just didn't. Actually, doesn't matter. Like, does it matter if you demo or just normal? I don't think it does, because you can just dash too. No, I think the demo makes your hitbox smaller though, so it's probably better to do the demo. I don't know. Now I can't. Now I'm just dying on it, which I never die on it. I think demo's better because you have more room, and also that if I do hit the cloud, I think it's savable. Like if I were to hit the cloud, right, what I could do is like kind of just like hold left right after, like instinctively, so that way if I mess up, like, so what I'll do is when I dash, I'm just gonna immediately hold left. So if I do hit the cloud, like if I hit the cloud, I can just save it. Because if you dash into the cloud, okay, unless you do that. Okay, if you're not stupid and you dash into the cloud, then and hold left, you'll be fine. But if I make it, then it's fine. Because that way I won't. That way I can save it in some scenarios. Okay, yes, I know the demo makes your hitbox smaller. I was just like thinking about strats. Okay, or I'm thinking out loud. Okay. Yeah, so you could do that. This Pokemon music? Yes, it is. It's the really ugly trio of legendaries, the birds from the first set of DLC in Scarlet and Violet, like the freaking like weird looking, yeah, the Loyal 3, that's what they're called. Yeah, it's like the legendary battle theme for them. Yeah, one of them's a bird. I think the other two are monkeys, though. Yeah, but they're really ugly. They're all ugly. No offense, you know. I don't want to be mean, but they're all ugly. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. They're also all really bad. It's so sad. They're like the least legendary legendaries ever. And then there's Ogerpon, who's just freaking insane. They put all the budget into making Ogerpon busted. Yeah, so... Well, wait, what? That's crazy. Yeah, so what I do here is... I hold left immediately so I can save it. Yeah, alright, that's good. That's good. So I have that safety net there if I were to choke. Otherwise... So I hit the cloud and save it. Otherwise, I should be fine there. And if I... don't miss the block. Oh my god. Jesus, dude. This is why we have to practice, okay? This is why. Because if I don't, then this stuff happens, okay? It might happen anyways, but, you know, it's just the reality. It's just the reality of the society we live in. Yeah, you can reverse super it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty unoptimal strat. I just think it's fun, so that's why I do it. Doing it normally is definitely easier. I just think it's fun to do, so that's why I do it. Alright. I don't really feel like doing determination right now, so I'm just not going to. Is it consistent though? Yeah, it is. It's pretty consistent. It's just a little more difficult than doing it normally. Like, it's not any, it's not like crazy difficult. It's like slightly more difficult. So like it's not that hard. It's just like a little weirder to set up. I mean, it works fine. It's just funnier. That's the only reason I do it. Yeah. Anyways, let's do runs. But yeah, I did not... I know nobody asked how my day is, but I'm going to tell you anyway, so you guys are going to have to deal with it. So, I did not have the greatest day ever because what happened is, so, you know, I had school, nothing crazy, just normal stuff. And then I had a dentist appointment, right? And this wasn't like a normal check-in where they like clean. I had like a cavity, right? Because I did not take care of my teeth very well, especially in the past, and I'm still reaping the consequences of that to this day. So I have a cavity, right? So I had to go get it filled, and what I didn't know is I've never really had any cavities filled. So they put like a numbing agent, which is you know, just to make yourself numb so it doesn't hurt when they're like drilling your teeth and stuff. And what I didn't know is the numbing agent, they just freaking stick a needle in your gums. I did not know that. So I was just chilling and the doctor's like, yeah, we're gonna go put the numbing agent in. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but sure. And he just freaking stabs me with a needle. I'm like, bro. But at least after that happened, it didn't hurt that much because the numbing agent was numbing for the most part, but I could still feel a little bit of pain was the problem. I don't know if there was enough numbing agent. I should have asked probably, but I didn't. And then afterwards, I found out that I don't just have cavities in like one little spot in my mouth. they're in all four corners of my mouth. So I have to go back 3 more times for every corner of my mouth. So I have to go deal with that 3 more times. And if you've ever had a cavity filled, it is not a fun experience. Because it's like an hour of them basically just drilling your teeth. And you just have to kind of sit there and take it. And it's my fault. Obviously, I didn't take care of my teeth. But after that experience, like, hell nah. I am never going. I'm going to brush my teeth 87 times a day. I don't care what I have to do. But I do not want to have to experience that 3 more times. Much less more. And then, so I got home, right? And I got my, I was done with it. I'm like, all right, fine. I don't have to worry about this for another couple weeks because my next of 3 more appointments is in October, like middle of October. I'm like, whatever. I go home, I take a nap, and then I wake up and my mouth. So I made a big blunder because the dentist, he's like, all right, bro. He's like, he's like, it's gonna be pretty sore once the numbing agent wears off. And I'm like, it'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah, no, I should have listened to the dentist. So what I should have done is I should have taken ibuprofen when I got home. But what I didn't do is take ibuprofen. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Can I say this? What I didn't do is I didn't take ibuprofen. And I took a nap, and when I woke up, my mouth was just like on fire. So I like had to like scramble to my medicine cabinet to get some ibuprofen. And finally, it's starting to wear off. I finally took some ibuprofen. Like, it's not as bad, but like an hour ago, it was really bad. But yeah, I definitely should have done that. Yeah. But ibuprofen is great. We love painkillers. It's a lifesaver. It really is. But yeah, no, I have to go back 3 more times in like the span of like 2 more months. So in October and November, I'm gonna have to go back 3 more times to do that exact same thing over again, which I'm not looking forward to. But I think for next time, my strat is I'm going to bring some earbuds and I'm just gonna put like a podcast on, because this time I didn't, and I just had to listen to the sound of the drills and nothing else, which was awful. So I think next time I'm just gonna bring, I'm just gonna listen to a freaking podcast or whatever, just so I don't have to listen to the sounds of tools that are just drilling into my teeth, because it's not, I had my eyes closed for most of it because I really don't want to see what they're putting in my mouth and what drills and needles they're putting in there. I really don't want to see that, so I had my eyes closed, but I could still hear it, and the sounds were not pleasant. So I'm definitely going to, get some earbuds and listen to some podcasts. I'll find something. Oh yeah, wisdom teeth are terrible. Oh man, when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, so it really depends. You don't have to get knocked out for wisdom teeth, but a lot of people do. I remember I did, because they asked me. They're like, "Yo, you want to get your wisdom teeth out?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, knock me out, doc. I don't want to be here anymore. Put me to sleep, doc. I don't want to be here." And he's like, all right, sounds good. He's like, all right, you're probably fine, but there's like some risks with getting put to sleep. Obviously, you'll be kind of groggy, and like also for people with heart problems, they don't want you to get put to sleep because you might just not wake up, which is crazy. Ever the doc told me that, I'm like, why would you tell me that? Like, I know he's like it's like a 0% chance it's not actually gonna happen. And I'm like, I did not need to know that information. He's like, yeah, you might just not wake up. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I won't wake up? But it's because the problem is I ask too many questions. Like, whenever I get a medical procedure, I always ask them like everything. I'm like, doc, tell me what's happening. Tell me what I need to know. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? And I always ask too many questions. And then I end up getting way too much information that I don't need to know, and then I just get scared. But I just like to know. I like to know what's happening. You are supposed to ask questions, that's true, but sometimes I tell you information you don't want to know. So you got to do it. You still should ask questions. You should always ask questions, because one time This happened to my grandpa. So my grandpa has diabetes, right? So he's got to take insulin, and monitor his blood sugar. And one time he was in the hospital, and the hospital was like super busy, right? It's super mobbed, and he was in there, and his blood sugar was like super low. And normally when your blood sugar is low, you got to like eat something to raise your blood sugar. But what the doctors did is somehow there was some kind of miscommunication, and they thought his blood sugar was high. So they were about to give him like a ton of insulin. And like, if they give him that insulin, that would have been like a lethal injection of insulin that would have literally killed him. And they were like about to give him that insulin while he was in the hospital. And he had to tell them like, yo, you can't do, I will literally die if you do that. And like they almost gave him the insulin, but he eventually convinced one of the doctors, like, check my blood sugar, you literally can't do that, I will die. So he was fine, but like, you know, that's why you should always ask questions when you're, you know, in the hospital, in the dentist, and doing surgery, whatever. Because, you know, mistakes happen, and when it comes down to like, you know, medical stuff, you don't want mistakes, because, you know, those can be lethal mistakes potentially. So it's always good to ask questions, because if they mess up, you want to make sure they know that they're messing up and they don't actually do anything bad to you. So there you go. But yeah, that's my dentist story for today. Yeah, but when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, if you haven't got your wisdom teeth out, not everyone actually has to do it. Basically, there's just these teeth that are useless, and they just grow in the back of your mouth and just get in the way and cause like your entire teeth to all get messed up. So they have to take them out. And they're not useful. Like, you can't use them to eat food or anything. Like, they're completely worthless. So they have to take them out. But they're really hard to get at, and they basically have to like chisel through your like gum without getting too graphic to get to it. So that's why it's like a big surgery, and they like knock you out and everything. But a lot of people have to do it. That's why it gets talked about a lot. But that's why they knock you out. Yeah, it is hell. But that's why they knock you out for it. So that you're not conscious while they're freaking chiseling through your gum. But yeah, basically what happens is, at least when I did, so I got knocked out, and when you wake up, they put so much numbing drugs on you. I forget what it's called. It's some drug. I don't remember the name of it. They told me a while ago. I don't remember. But you literally, like, I couldn't feel my mouth or my tongue. So it was just like, it was literally, I just felt nothing. Like, if I touched my finger to my cheek, it literally, there was so much numbing agent there, it just didn't work. So like, they do that because otherwise you'll feel like a ton of pain, because obviously, like, after you get your wisdom teeth taken out, so basically when they take your wisdom teeth out, they don't just take the teeth out, they literally take part of your gum out. So it literally leaves a hole in your gums, and it takes time for that to heal. But in the meantime, you know, that numbing agent stays for a bit. But when that numbing agent wears off, it's not good, because it's really, really, really painful for like probably like about a week. I think it depends per person, per case, depending on how many wisdom teeth you have and how hard it was for them to get to them. For me, it was about a week, but it was like, they literally give you like an insanely high dose of painkillers to take, because if you don't take it, you'll feel it's like absolute hell. And the painkillers, like, they make it manageable, but it still sucks. Yeah, ibuprofen is, a lot of times they'll prescribe it or just tell you to take it. Yeah, but it's hard to talk because you can't tell where your tongue is. The first time I ate, when I got out of getting my wisdom teeth taken, I had mashed potatoes, because you can't eat like solid foods because your teeth like don't work properly, and you just can't feel it. So you have to eat like basically baby food. And I literally couldn't find my mouth. So I was sitting there with a spoon and mashed potatoes, and I was like missing my mouth. So I just had like, my entire face was just covered with mashed potatoes, because it was just like completely just absolutely covering my whole mouth. I literally looked like I looked like I was like a freaking like baby trying to learn how to use utensils for the first time. It was not good. And it was, I think I have a picture on my phone of me just covered in mashed potatoes and just looking absolutely miserable. It's so funny because I just couldn't get it in my mouth because I couldn't feel anything. But after a while it wears off, but you still have to eat baby food because like your teeth just, they're in too much pain to like bite down. And also one thing too is my brother had this. So I mentioned how they cut like a hole in your gums, not just your teeth. So you have that hole in your gums, and basically that hole is not good because that hole can get infected. And so it basically, if that gets infected, it gives you a thing called dry socket, which is basically like a really nasty infection, like where it just, that hole in your gums gets infected and it hurts like hell. And what you have to do is, to prevent it from happening, is you basically have to like, you have to get like a little pipette of water and like you have to like spray it in that hole to like clear out anything that gets in there. Yeah, you have to do the saltwater mouth things too. Yeah, the saltwater sucks. And if anything gets in that hole, it can get infected. And I got lucky, I didn't get it, but my brother did, and it was not a good time. If you ever do a face reveal, do it with the mashed potato picture. I don't know if I want... Listen, that would be funny, Carrie, but I don't know if I want the world to see that picture. I don't know if I'm ready for the internet to have that yet. So maybe, you know, I'll consider it. That might not be the greatest introduction ever. Oh, that would be funny though. But yeah, no, it's not a great time. I also had to do it earlier than normal because normally a lot of people do wisdom teeth like 17 to 18 years old, but I did it when I was 16 because I had to do it a little earlier because what happened is the hospital surgery place that we were doing our wisdom teeth at, our insurance basically wasn't going to get supported by them by like the start of the new year. So I had to get it done like in December before January because as soon as it hit January, they wouldn't support our insurance anymore, which means you would have to pay full price, which is absurd because, you know, American healthcare. So I had to do it earlier in December. And I got it done earlier, but it was not a good time. You have to do it eventually. If you have those wisdom teeth, eventually you just have to do it. But not everyone has them. So if you're lucky, you just don't get them and you don't have to do the surgery. But a lot of people do. You did yours when you were 16 too? Yeah, nice. Some people do it earlier. Some people do it later. Yeah, your face does swell up a lot. You look like chubby. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you got dry socket? That's rough. You didn't know how? That's crazy. Or maybe you were already in so much pain that you just didn't even register that you had it. Yeah, but you know, wisdom teeth not great for business. You know, I don't think there's anybody that's ever enjoyed going to the dentist. Like I think of all of my least favorite places on earth, dentist is up there, like close to the top. I think the top is probably the ER for me. I also have a good ER story. So I've only really had to go to the ER once, but basically what happened is it was freshman year of high school, and ER is emergency room, by the way, if you don't know. But so emergency room, you basically go for any like emergency that needs to be taken care of like immediately and you can't wait. Mine wasn't like severe. I wasn't dying or anything, but it was still bad. Basically, in freshman year of high school, I like completely shattered the bones of my wrist. I think we were playing something in gym class. It was like freaking broom ball or some stupid sport. And I just completely slipped on the turf that we were playing on outside. And basically landed on my butt, but my wrist was underneath my butt. So when I landed on my butt, it just freaking, all that weight got put onto my wrist, my left wrist, and it just completely shattered. Which was not good. You know, that's not good. And I remember when it happened, like I completely had the wind knocked out of me. If you've ever had like a really big injury that happens like all of a sudden, what'll happen is like you'll just completely have like, people say that the wind gets knocked out of you, where basically like you'll have like, it'll happen and like you'll just feel like super nauseous and like dizzy because like your body is like in shock of what just happened. And I remember that happened to me, and the gym teacher comes over, he's like, you okay? And I'm like, no, do I look okay? And he's like, yeah, we should probably bring you to the nurse. But the worst part about going to the nurse's office in a school is because, you know, we love American education system. I love public American education system. You literally can't. They're not allowed to give you ibuprofen. So I go to the nurse. I'm like in extreme pain in my wrist. I'm like, can you give me ibuprofen, please? And they're like, no, we're not allowed to. I'm like, what do you mean you're not allowed to? So I had to wait like half an hour for my dad to get there, because my mom was working. She couldn't get there. My dad was also working, but he was closer, so he had to get there. He gave me ibuprofen, which, like, thank God, because I needed that so badly. But they're not allowed to give it to you for some reason, unless you have like a doctor's note, which is stupid because ibuprofen. Who is a doctor's note for ibuprofen? But basically, what happened is I got the ibuprofen, and then what happened is my dad took me to urgent care, which is basically like, you know, diagnosing a medical problem. Like, it's not the ER, it's not an emergency room. It's basically you just go there and they figure out what's going on, and they see if they need to send you to the hospital. So I go to urgent care. They take an X-ray of my wrist. They're like, yep, the bone, like they showed a picture of the bone completely shattered. Not even like a little bit of it was left, completely just gone. 2 pieces. I just completely cleanly snapped it off. So they're like, all right, you got to go to the hospital. But what happened is we had a miscommunication, because they told me, because I was like, what, like 14 or 15? So they told me, they're like, okay, you need to go to the children's hospital, because there's multiple hospitals where I live. They're like, you need to go to the children's hospital. And my dad didn't really hear that properly. And he just went to the closest hospital that was near us, which was not the hospital they told us to go to. So basically, we go to this hospital that we weren't supposed to go to, the ER. And we sit in that ER for 8 hours. I'm not kidding. 8 entire hours is how long I sit in there. We're in there for 8 hours, because what happened is we gave the ER the X-rays, right? And so we gave it to them, and we're like, and they said, okay, we might be able to let you in. I don't know what's going on, because they were confused that we weren't at the children's hospital either. So they're like, I don't know what's going on. But what happens is, instead of just like checking the X-ray and saying, hey, oh, you got to go to a different hospital, they lose the X-ray. So they have the X-ray, they lose it. So they lost the X-ray completely. So the reason it took so long is because they had to find the X-ray, because they lost it. And once they finally got it back, after 8 hours of sitting in there, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you can't buy, this is the wrong hospital. And I'm like, bro, it's been 8 hours and now you're telling me that I can't actually be here? They're like, yeah, you gotta go to children's hospital. So we drive like 45, which is another like hour away, drive an hour to the freaking children's hospital, and then I have to wait like another, I think, like 5 hours in this freaking children's hospital, and they finally let me in. But I remember when I got to the children's hospital, I was just exhausted. And so what they said is, when I was at urgent care getting the original X-ray, they're like, okay, you're gonna go to the hospital, but you can't eat any food, because when you're doing like medical surgeries and stuff, they don't want you to eat anything, because if sometimes that can mess up whatever they're doing to you. But what ended up happening is, after 8 hours, my dad's like, yeah, I don't care what they say, you're eating something. So I got some like chips or whatever at a convenience store. I got at 7-Eleven or something, got some chips. And I remember I walked into the children's hospital, and this is after 8 hours of being at the other hospital, right? And the receptionist, at the audacity, right? After telling the receptionist that, you know, we were at the other hospital for 8 hours, she had the audacity to go, you actually aren't allowed to eat anything. And I'm like, I swear to God, I am going to like drop kick this receptionist. I'm so done. And she was like really annoying about it. And I'm like, bro, if you had to wait 8 hours, you would be eating something too. Okay, don't even right now. And I'm just like, the absolute audacity of this person right now. And I'm pretty sure she was eating something too, like at the same time. And I'm like, I actually can't right now. And so I'm eating something. We get there. We sit at the children's hospital for like 5 hours. And then finally I get in. Finally, I actually get in to an actual like room with an actual doctor. We tell the whole story. The doctor's like, damn, bro, that sucks. Yeah, you should have just came to the children's hospital first. And I'm like, yes, I know, we messed up. Okay. And I go there and it's like freaking late. It's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I've been at the hospital in ER waiting rooms all day, okay? Because I got injured in the morning, but because of how long I've had to wait, it's freaking like 11, 10 p.m. right now. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, bro, just get this. I don't care what you have to do. Just do it fast so I can go home. And he's like, all right. He's like, you have two options. Either we can put you to sleep while we do the stuff to your wrist, because they couldn't just wrap a cast around my wrist and call it a day. They had to basically set the bone, because what happened is the bone didn't just break. The bone broke and it shifted both ends of it, so they weren't like lined up with each other. So if we just left the bones how they are, they would have healed like diagonally, which would have basically messed up my wrist for the rest of my life. So they had to basically set the bones where they had to like move them so they're back set in place. So that's kind of like a pseudo surgery technically. So they're like, yeah, we can put you to sleep. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, which is gonna take longer, putting me to sleep or not putting me to sleep? And they're like, well, I guess not putting you to sleep would be shorter, but you would be kind of uncomfortable. And I'm like, bro, I don't care, just get me out of here. And I didn't go to sleep, but it wasn't like that painful. It was very weird. It was a weird experience. But basically, they wheel me into this room, and they're just like shifting around the bones of my wrist. It felt really weird. Like they were using all these like tools, and like they weren't cutting into me or anything like that, but they were like pressing on the bones and like moving it and stuff, and it just felt really weird. And eventually they were done, and they eventually finally like let us go. And I don't even think I got a cast. I had like a temporary cast because it was so late. I ended up going into another medical facility. I don't remember where, the next day to get the freaking cast, because it was just taking so long. I'm like, bro, I'll just get the cast another time. I don't care, bro. So I did eventually get a cast, but like that was like the worst ER experience I've like ever had. It was literally like all day. I think I spent a total of like 15 hours between multiple different ER waiting rooms. And I was literally the entire time I was sitting on my phone playing Angry Birds 2. And let me tell you, I used to love Angry Birds 2. I've never played Angry Birds 2 since, okay? I can't play that game anymore. Alright, I have permanent Angry Birds PTSD from that ER incident, okay? I literally can't play that game anymore. Whenever I think about it, I just think about the ER, and I'm like, no, I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I literally played Angry Birds 2 for 15 hours straight. So yeah, I'm not playing that game anymore. But yeah. Yeah, having your bone shifted is very weird. I didn't even know that was a thing that they did, but apparently shifting bones is a thing that happens a lot when you break bones in weird ways. So yeah, that was an experience that I had. That's probably like, you know, like if somebody ever asked me like what is like your best story or what's like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you, that's probably my go-to story. God, I almost just died. That's probably my go-to story, just because like it's just so absurd. Like there were just so many stupid things that happened, so many miscommunications. And also, I think someone asked what broomball is. Broomball is basically like hockey, right? Like floor hockey. Imagine floor hockey, like street hockey, not ice hockey. But instead of playing with like normal sticks, you play with these like stupid freaking like cushiony like foam sticks that like aren't like hockey sticks. They kind of look like water polo. I don't even know how to describe it. You could Google, like search up broomball stick. They're like these weird foam sticks. But I don't think I've ever imagined I would get injured, but literally like no, there's like zero way you could ever get injured playing that game, and I found a way to do it. I think I'm the only one in like the history of mankind who's ever broken their wrist playing broomball. You know, I could be wrong, but like it's just such a stupid series of events that happened. Like, of all the ways I could break my wrist, like why in freaking gym class broomball? You know what I mean? Like I've like that's the only actual bone I've broken in my life, and it's from that. It's like really, dude, from broomball. Yeah, the stars did align. That was just an unfortunate series of events. But yeah, that was something that happened to me. What did I learn from that experience? I learned don't go to the right hospital, I guess. Don't mess up. Don't make sure you go to the. Don't wait. Oh damn it! Don't wait in the wrong ER for 8 hours. Bad idea. You're very creative in finding ways to bring misfortune. What can I say? I'm skilled. I'm skilled at what I do. Okay. I'm kind of a professional. All right, Wilbur. I'm a professional at putting myself in the most just absurd situations that are just extremely stupid. But you know, that's just life sometimes. You know, sometimes stuff like that just happens, and you kind of just have to go, damn, man, damn, bro, that sucks. But you know, it just happens. It happens. You know, like me having to go back to get my freaking cavities, you know, filled 3 more times. You know, that's not very fun, but that's just what happens sometimes in life. Sometimes, you know, sometimes divine intervention takes over. Yeah, it really is a damn that's crazy moment. That's true. That's what it is. It's just, you know, sometimes divine intervention comes over to screw you over, but that's just how it be. But it can always be worse, you know? Remember that. It can always be worse, you know? Think about this, right? You're not dead, so, you know, you're doing something right. You know, technically, like, that's, you know, that's rock bottom. If you're not dead, you know, you're still kicking. You're not dead yet. So then again, I remember, what if death has become the goal? Well, then you got some serious suicide problems, and then you gotta hit up a you know, a therapist or whatever. If suicide is a goal, you got some big issues. You got some big issues in your life, and you got to go get help. One thing I actually hear about and see a lot, especially on the internet, is, and this is like, I'm being completely serious right now, is there's people that will, like, what'll happen is they'll become suicidal, and what they'll do is, instead of like seeking help, they'll depend on like a friend or somebody else as their like therapy, which is really unhealthy for both people, because one, it puts a lot of pressure on that friend or whoever that person is, because that friend is like, feels like they're responsible for keeping that person from like ending themselves, which is really bad, because that's just a lot of pressure to put on some random person. And then also it's bad because they're not a professional. They're not going to be able to necessarily give you good advice. Yeah, it's codependent. Yeah, it's really bad for both people. But I hear about it all the time, you know, and I know people who have been put in that situation, where they're basically just being depended on to keep somebody alive, and it's like, it's really bad, but it's a big thing. Because people, you know, it's just, I think when you're in that situation, you know, when you're having, you know, when you want to literally end yourself, what happens is like, you don't want to get help, because you think like, you know, you just don't see a way out. You think like that's the only option, is ending yourself. You don't see like, oh yeah, I can just go get help and I'll be okay. It's like, no, they think, no, there's no way for me to be okay. And getting help just isn't even seen as like a perceivable option, which is unfortunate. But, and then some people too are scared, like they don't want to have to admit that they have, like, that they literally want to end them. So like that's just embarrassed. Like, it's silly, but some people, like, they're like, that's embarrassing. I don't want to have to admit that to somebody. And that goes for a lot of like crimes and things that happen to people. Like, they just will never admit it to authorities, or because they're just scared of having to tell people about it. Yeah, exactly. So it's very self-destructive. Do you have those annual doctor checkups? Yeah, I do. Though I don't think everybody does. I'm pretty sure the place where the doctor I go to is covered through my insurance, but I know it's a private, like, it's a private medical thing, so like you have to pay for it. Which I know a lot of stuff in America, like medicine wise, you have to pay for, like you don't just get it for free. But I'm pretty sure there is like a tier of medicine where it's like you get it for free, but I don't think it's very good. I don't really know anything about it because I don't need to use it. But it's very messy and murky. The whole system is really bad. Oh yeah. When you get to a certain age, when you go to the annual checkups, they have to give you forms. Like it'll ask you all this stuff. It's like, oh, do you take drugs? Are you suicidal? Do you wear your seatbelt? Like all that stuff. They have to do that, but the reality is nobody's gonna admit those things if they are actually doing it. At least not on that form. So, but you know, it's just one of those. It's a legality thing, probably more than anything. Yeah, it's true. People are afraid of getting sent to a mental institution. Yeah, that's another thing. Because a lot of mental institutions are very not good. They're very not like fun places to be in, and they're also not always very high quality. Like there's mental institutions that are worse than actual prisons, and that's not even like a joke. That's a real thing. So people will just, they're scared because, you know, if someone finds out that they're suicide, it's like, oh, they might get sent to a freaking, you know, institution that's terrible. And I'm not saying all institutions are terrible. I'm sure there's great facilities out there that actually help out people. But there's also really bad ones, so people are just scared. Like, I don't want to get put into a really bad one. So it's not great. It's an imperfect system, right? Yeah, so people are just afraid to do it. Yeah, Curb, it's about 9. I actually started stream on time today. Usually I'm late. I try to start at 9 p.m. EST. I started at about 9 today. What is we're having very deep philosophical conversation. Okay. The fact that people are scared is kind of messed up. Yeah, well, the problem is as a society, we've kind of, especially in like American culture, we've kind of created this mentality of like, oh yeah, your problems are your problems, don't make it other people's problems. Like if you see somebody struggling, just walk the other way. I like to call it the New York City mentality. So basically in New York City, there's an unspoken rule. I don't live in New York City, but you know, I've been there a bunch, so I know how it works. You know me, I'm in the streets all the time. But there's an unspoken rule where basically mind your own business. Basically, if you see, like, even if you see the most like insane thing happening, you just walk the other way. And that's just what you do. And I feel like that mentality is pretty big just in America as a whole, because it's a very individualistic society. So people are just like concerned about themselves. So if they see somebody struggling, some people are just like, they'll figure it out. It's not my problem. Or they're just afraid to help even if they do want to because they don't know how to. Yeah, the bystander effect, literally. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help that like our culture as a country is very pro that and less pro helping out people, which sucks because I really am not a big fan of that, because I think as a whole it would be better if we all work together instead of trying to be individualistic. But you know, that's just our culture. That's just how our country works. Because the whole philosophy of America is like, it's, you know, you can go do whatever you want, but it's all up to you. You have to go do it yourself. Which is fine in some scenarios, but in other scenarios it doesn't, that philosophy doesn't really check out. So yeah. Yeah, self-sufficiency isn't just rare, it's unrealistic. Because the reality is, you need other people in your life. Like, you can't do everything yourself. You will literally... First of all, there's some things you're not very good at that other people will be better at and will help you. And two, you need a social support system. Just there, you just need that. Like, you can't live without people in your life. You need important people, or you will be lonely and you'll be very sad. And a lot of people are lonely and sad because of just this, because like, you know, they don't have that social support system, and they've been taught, oh, it's fine, I can do everything myself, I don't need friends. And it's like, that's not good. You know. And also too, it's one of those things too where making friends is really hard nowadays. So it's not as simple as like, oh, just go make more friends, it's easy. It's like, no, it's not that easy. You know, it's not easy to make friends. So you can't just go up to someone that's lonely and say, hey, just go meet more people, it's easy, dude. It's like, it's not. If it was that easy, nobody would be lonely. There wouldn't be a single lonely person on this planet. But that's the and also too, especially with, you know, I don't want to sound like a boomer right now, but all these kids on their phones, you know, nobody wants to talk to each other. there is a little bit of reality in that, whereas since people are spending more time online, there's definitely less social interaction outside, like outside in the real world, and there's a bit of a disconnect between like real life and social media, where it's gotten kind of weird, where it's like it feels like there's a lot of online communication that happens, but you know, to live like a healthy lifestyle, you kind of have to have a little bit of both. You have to have, you know, it's nothing wrong with having, you know, online support, online friends. They're just as real as any other friend, but you know, at a certain point, you have to have people, you know, in real life that can be there for you in real life, that are there physically in a real form. Yeah, it's easy to isolate. It's very easy. Also, another thing too is isolating yourself is a lot easier than not isolating yourself, because like going out and like being with people takes a lot more effort than just sitting in your room and going on your phone. Scrolling is just easier, so that's why people do it a lot of times. It's just easier. What's up, Summer? But yeah, that's the reality. Yeah, it's easier to talk online. That too. It's easier to talk online. You can be anonymous, so you don't feel like you have to be a certain like identity or a certain way. So it's a lot easier to be online, but there is a balance that has to be had, where you want to have a balance between, you know, your real physical life and being outside and being with people and being online, because it's like anything. It's a healthy balance is always the best, because too much of one, you know, outweighs the other, and it just messes up your balance. So it's one of those things where I don't think the importance of, it sounds kind of cliche when you say it out loud, but I think the importance of friendship, I don't think is overstated enough. But like, if you have like, I wouldn't even say having friends is good. I would say having friends is necessary at a certain point, because I think, I'm not going to say it's I'm coughing. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm going to say it's very unlikely you will be happy without good friends. So yeah, connections, exactly. Oh, I'm dying right now. Let me take a drink. Yeah, but you know, humans are naturally, however, you can say you're the most antisocial creature on the planet, but I can guarantee almost any person on this planet, if you isolated them in a room by themselves for like a week straight, they would start to go freaking insane. If you did it for like a month, they would literally just go insane, because you literally need people or you will go crazy. Like, as a species, you need to interact with other people. It's just, you need to. You will literally go insane. And even if you say, oh yeah, I'm antisocial, it's like, no, it doesn't matter if you're antisocial. You need to be around people. Even if you're not as comfortable around people, like, you still need to do it. It just might not be as easy for you as it is for others. But it's like, it's one of those things, you have to do it. So it's kind of a thing. You'd go insane. Yeah, exactly. Solitary confinement, in my opinion, is just a form of torture. I would consider it like mental torture, because like, that is just like insane. You're locking somebody in a room with nothing, no interaction, nothing except for food and water. Like, that is, to me, that's literally torture. Like, you're just, that lack of like brain stimulation, like, you're just going to go insane after a certain amount of time. It's pretty terrible. When you went to new schools, have you moved before, Tweety Bird? Is that when you're saying new schools, have the mentality of, oh, I won't make many friends? I think you'd be surprised how many people also need a friend. So if you're open and willing to make friends, I think you'd be surprised how many other people are also looking for friends, because you're not the only lonely person ever. There's a lot of lonely people, and if you, like, even if you see like people in like a friend group, you're like, oh, I can't be in that group, or I can't be friends with them. It's like, there's a lot of people out there who need a friend. So like, if you're willing to be a friend, you will, and if you try, you'll find somebody. Like, there's people out there, you know, there's friends out there for everybody. It's just not easy to find them always, but Sometimes it's just a matter of looking in the right place, you know? Yeah, people are afraid of making the first move. Yeah, it's awkward. Small talk is awkward. Nobody likes small talk. Not a single person likes small talk. Nobody likes first introductions. Like, nobody likes walking into a room without knowing a single person. It's just inherently not a comfortable thing to do. So it's just, that's just an experience nobody likes. Even if you're Mr. Social Butterfly, like, that's still not an experience you love. You might get used to it, but nobody likes that. Not a single person does, or not very many people. How about that? I'm not gonna say nobody. Maybe there's someone who likes that. Yeah. I hate day-to-day small talk, but I love those icebreaker things. Oh yeah, those are so stupid. Icebreaker activities are hilarious. Especially when people say the most, like, insane things for them. They say the most out-of-pocket stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, just, like, all this stupid information that's, like, completely worthless. It's just funny. Or, like, they'll have, like, give me a goofy fun fact about yourself. Those are funny. Icebreaker is basically just when you, like, go somewhere and they're like, tell me something about yourself, or tell me your name, do you have any pets, whatever, stuff like that. Give me one fun fact. That's like an icebreaker. It's called an icebreaker because it's like you're breaking the ice, you're breaking, like, the kind of awkwardness. That's why you do it. It's like introductions. But yeah, that's why they exist. That's why they're icebreakers. But, you know, I think I came up with a great analogy once. I think I've said this on stream before. But I kind of think of like everything, all aspects of your life. Like, I don't know if you've ever played a game. You ever play like a Fallout game, or any game where you have, like, at the beginning of, like, when you play Fallout, when I played Fallout 4, the beginning of the game, you get to choose, like, your stat spread. So it's like you have 0 to 10 in charisma, 0 to 10 in stealth, 0 to 10 in whatever, right? I kind of think of life like that, where, like, everybody has a different stat spread when you're born, but also so you have a different stat spread for everything, right, when you're born, but also you can increase that stat spread by just practicing. Just like in Fallout, you can increase your stats by playing the game. You'll unlock more skill points. Yeah, like D&D, that's a better example, but I haven't played D&D, so I'm using Fallout because that's what I know. But you have these stat spreads that you start off with, but you can still improve them by practicing, doing stuff in your life. So I think that's a good way to think of it. So, like, if you're socially awkward, that just means you have a 1 in charisma or whatever, and you can make that better by practicing. And, like, imagine it like this. Imagine every time you go out, you know, and you hang out with people, or you meet somebody for the first time. Imagine you're getting XP in whatever skill that is, right? So, like, imagine, you know, you meet somebody for the first time, you get, like, you get experience in social skills, whatever, and eventually you're gonna level up in that skill. And that's kind of a stupid gamer analogy, but it works. It does work. So yeah, life is literally an RPG. It is, though. Like, it's just how you perceive it, but it's just an analogy, right? And it works for me because I'm a gamer, and I think gamers understand when you use you got to use analogies like that with people who, you know, understand. Obviously, if you're not a gamer, you have to use a different analogy, but I think it's a very good way of thinking about it, you know? Yeah, and there's a million different ways you can think about it, but it's the same idea where, like, everybody has different skill sets, and you can, even if you're bad at something, you can get better at it. Because I think one big thing, there's a big, like, mind block for people, especially, this is a good example. I did an experiment a while ago. So I remember, you know, as long as I can remember, I always remember just being freaking terrible at drawing and art. Oh, damn it, dude, I missed the crystal. I've always been just awful at art. And I always remember, I'm like, no, I can't draw. I suck at drawing. And I still kind of suck at drawing, but I did an experiment once. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna challenge my mentality, okay? Right? So maybe you think you suck at something, but really, it's just because you haven't done it enough. So what I did is I I learned from one of my good art friends, and I started learning how to draw because I wanted to see if I could get better at it. And I did it, and it was kind of fun, even though I sucked at it. Like, it was just kind of fun to do it. It was like relaxing. I haven't done it in a while, but you know, I did online drawing. I think I used Krita was the tool I used. Krita is basically like a free version of Photoshop that's a little more limited, but a little easier to use and more made for artists and people who draw. But basically, I would draw Pokemon. Literally, that's what I would start off with. I think I have it somewhere saved on my computer. But like the first drawing I did was literally just like, it was a crappy drawing of Gengar. And that was it. But what I did is I started drawing more and more stuff. Like I drew Kirby, I would draw other characters. And I noticed, even though it was very slow, over time, I did get better. And like, I'm still not great at drawing, but like, there was a noticeable improvement from the first drawing to the most recent drawing. And I think what that kind of proved to myself is that you really can learn pretty much anything. Even if you think you're bad at it, you can get better and get good at anything if you just want to. It's really just a matter of getting out there and doing it. But the problem is, to get better at something you're bad at, you have to be bad at it to start. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay that you suck at something at first. And just being like, that's okay. I suck at it, but I'm going to get better, you know? So it's you can apply that to any skill in life. You think you're bad at something? No, you're not bad. You just got to work on it. You can get better at it. Like, you're bad at it right now, but it doesn't mean you can't get good at it. It just sucks when you're bad at it because it feels bad to be bad at something. You know, it sucks when you have to be... It doesn't feel good to be bad at something, I guess is the best way to say it. It sucks at first, but then you get buff like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Exactly. Exactly. See, you know, and then you take steroids and then get super... I'm kidding, don't take steroids. It's a dumb idea. Steroids is not going to end well for you in the end. Don't do it. Not worth it. Yeah, so you want to get good at art, but you don't have enough dedication to do it? Yeah, if you want, you can get, but sorry, if you're saying you don't have enough dedication, which is like fair. If you don't like want to put in the effort, that's valid. But like, if you wanted to, you could get good at art somewhere. You could. It's just a matter of like you said, are you willing to dedicate yourself to it? Obviously, you have to be willing to try and be willing to spend time on it. And if you're not willing to, then it's like, yeah, then it's valid. But you could, anyone can. Now, I don't think you can be the best artist. I don't think, like, when people say you can do anything, I don't believe that. I don't think you can do anything. I think you can do a lot of things. I think you can do more than you believe you can. But like, do I think I will, even if I dropped everything in my life and I wanted to be the freaking greatest artist of all time, I don't think I'd ever be one of the greatest artists because, you know, I haven't been doing it since I was a kid. I'm you know, naturally not very skilled at it, but I can still be good, you know? You don't have to be the best at something to be good at it, you know? But also too, like, you can practice something like at a little bits at a time. Like, I think the most important thing is just consistency. It's not even about how much time you spend in, it's about how consistent you are at practicing it. So like, even if you did, say you wanted to learn how to play piano, right? If you practice piano for 15 minutes a day for a year, you would get a hell of a lot better at piano, because 15 minutes doesn't sound very long, right? In the grand scheme. Oh, am I gonna die? Damn it, yeah. 15 minutes doesn't sound very long when you hear it, but if you multiply that by 365, you know, that's a lot of minutes. And if you do that every day, like, you'd get pretty decent. You wouldn't be amazing, but you'd be decent at piano. So you don't necessarily have to do a lot of something. You just have to be consistent at doing it. Obviously, doing it a lot helps, but I think consistency is more important than the amount you do it. So like, even if you spent 8 hours working on something for one day, it doesn't matter if you spent 8 hours if that's the only time you work on it. So it's just that consistency that over time you will get better. Now your chance to golden farewell. Oh, I'm not goldening for a while. I've only made it to termination twice. I haven't even made it to stubbornness. I think the only chance of me goldening, if I make it to stubbornness, there's a chance, but that's even then, you know, there's still a lot left. Like I wouldn't even consider the fact that I'm goldening, even being able to. I'm not gonna say. How do I describe this? Like, I'm not even in the realm of possibility of getting the golden right now because I've only made it to determination twice, and I've only gotten to like the first few rooms. So once I can get determination consistently, then I think we're getting closer. I'm getting Event Horizon pretty consistently. I'm dying on stupid stuff at the early game just because I'm not paying attention, but like, you know, I'm getting to Event Horizon pretty often. I've gotten there 34 times already, which is good. Once I can get through Event Horizon consistently, then we're going to be doing good. Then we're going to be winning. Yeah, I don't think Recon's that bad. Oh yeah, being on stream does hurt my point. I agree. I completely agree. But yeah, no, like if I just sat here with no music on and just dead silence, I would be way further along right now. I'd probably have made it to determination like 10 times by now, or maybe even more. Maybe I would have gotten to stubbornness already. But it's just boring, and I think streaming this was a big part of this challenge. Like I haven't done a single golden run off stream, and I wanted to make sure all of it was on stream, and that was very on purpose. So. It makes it more entertaining for us to stop. We keep being inefficient. Don't worry, Wilbur. I always strive to be inefficient. That's my goal in life. They call me Larry the Inefficient in the streets, actually. That's a common name. Wait, no. No, damn it. See, there's an example of me being inefficient. I was not paying attention, and then I threw my jelly. I should have just let it fall. I don't know why I ran after it. How consistent would you think that farewell? Oh, like the last part of farewell. Well, I'm doing Moonberry, so that's not even the final rim for me. But it's like, I would say it's like probably 75% right now. I haven't practiced it a ton. I should practice it more, but just because I've not even gotten close to it in a golden run, I've practiced a little bit, not like as much as I should. I'll probably start, you know, doing that more soon once I start getting to determination a lot more. But I would say if I wasn't goldening, it's like 75% consistent. But if I was goldening, it's probably a lot lower because it's like I'd be really nervous. So it's probably less than 50 if I'm goldening right now. I'm gonna be honest. Like if I made it to final room right now, goldening, I think there's like a decent, like a higher than 50% chance that I would die. Right now, at least, so. And it's more consistent than 7C. I agree. I think 7C, 2,500 meters is harder than Final Room of Farewell. I agree. It's just the nerves are so much bigger because this level is so freaking long compared to 7C. Whereas 7C, towards the end of 7... Oh, sorry, I meant 7B. I thought you were saying 7B. I don't think 7C is that bad. I was referencing 7B, sorry. But 7B, once I started getting to 2,500 like consistently, I started getting less nervous because I think I died on 2,500 like 30 freaking times. So like I got to the end so many times that I started to just kind of get like whatever, you know, I'm getting here so much. And I think at a certain point that'll happen with Farewell too, with like Event Horizon and stuff, where I'll just be like, dude, I've gotten here 87 times, like who cares? This is light work. It's already starting to happen. Like when I get to Event Horizon, I'm not even nervous because it happens a lot. Right now I'm getting nervous when I get like far into Event Horizon and get to determination. That's when I get nervous. Yeah, it's, you know, Farewell Final Room is pretty easy gameplay. It's just long, and you know those nerves are really going to be working overtime when you're there. Yeah, Upwind's fine. The good thing about Upwind is it's a little tight, but you can be patient with it. There's no like, you don't have to go quick. You can like really take your time with it if you need to. So that's the good thing about it. Also, too, the thing I'm more worried about is I'm more worried about Moonberry because I'm doing Moonberry. I'm worried about Moonberry Room, like the not like the not the first part of Moonbury where you have to climb back up. The normal farewell part, that's easy. I'm worried about like once you have to die on that spike and spawn in that gameplay room. That I'm worried about that room. Because I've practiced that a decent bit and it's like pretty tough. Like it's not the hardest room by any means in this level, but considering it's at the end, like it's pretty tough, man. Also, there is Golden Room. I think Golden Room's free. If I die on Golden Room, I'm gonna be really mad at myself because it's so unbelievably free. The only way I can see myself dying on Golden Room is if I miss a neutral drop. That's literally it. I could see myself missing a neutral drop and just throwing the jelly away and I can't get it. There's no way to reset it, so that's the only way I can see that happening. I really hope I shouldn't have said that because I just willed that into existence as a possibility now. So that's one of those things where it could happen. I'm just really hoping it doesn't. So yeah, that would be awful. I would genuinely cry on stream if that happened. But I could see messing up neutral drop. I think that's the only mistake I can make that would be catastrophic because there's a lot of ways you can mess up and still save it. So it would either have to be that or I like at the beginning of the room when you have to get the jelly, if I just like missed my dash, a missed dash or something stupid like that. I could see that happening. Just a missed dash in general I could see killing me. Because I miss dash as a controller and a log player. I miss dash a lot. It's unfortunately fairly common, especially when you're nervous. It happens a lot more than I'd like it to, so entirely possible. Intended doesn't need neutral drop, yeah, but neutral drop makes it so easy, and I'm like very good at neutral dropping, so I'm not, you don't need to do neutral drops, but it trivializes a lot of the room, so I like to do it. Because you can cheese a lot of it with that, which I like about it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And you'll see, like, in most of the jelly rooms in Farewell, I neutral drop through it, a lot of them, like I just did there. Just because, I've gotten pretty good at neutral drops. I think they're pretty easy. They cheese a lot of these rooms, which is nice. Yeah, you do go. It does make you feel cool. Good point, Wilbur. Honestly, good point. Honestly, preach. Honestly, preach, Wilbur. That would be really sad if that happened. Yeah, I shouldn't have even mentioned Golden Room because now, now I'm asking Divine for divine intervention. Because we know what Karma does. Karma has done some terrible things to me in the past. We had the left dash incident. We don't talk about the left dash incident. Okay, that was in the past, guys. Okay, we don't talk about that. I remember your neutrals. Yeah. Who's Karma? Yeah, we don't talk about Karma, okay? We don't. Listen, me and Karma had some beef in the past. We don't have to talk about it, okay? Me and Karma had a disagreement, okay? We had some beef in the past, but it's okay. Ugh. Don't bring up left dash. We don't talk about the left dash incident. Guys, the left dash incident's not real. Whatever they tell you, whatever those Juliers lie to you about, it's not real. Don't listen to the Juliers. They're spreading propaganda. Okay, I didn't miss the stupid crystal this time. Jesus, man. It's crazy. It's almost like if I play the game. Alright guys, I'm uninstalling. Thanks for watching the stream. I'm gonna go bash my monitor in real quick. I'll be right back. That's so stupid, dude. How is that even possible? How do I even do that? No, that's insane. That's actually diabolical. No, that's not even okay. That's just not okay. That is not okay. I'm actually that's not okay. How is it? I've never done that. I've played this room like 100 times. I've never done that once. How? How is this? How? Why? Why? Why now? Why during a golden run? Why not during my freaking 8 billion practice attempts? Why not then? Why does this have to happen to me now? Well, I know now if I just don't hold grab, it's fine, but like... Oh, it's because it moves down. Because it's like the stupid moon blocks. Oh, so it moved down and I grabbed onto the freaking bottom pixel. Oh my god. That's awful. Wilbur, I grabbed onto the bottom pixel. Like, I grabbed onto the left side when I dashed. Here, basically, I grabbed on... Here, let me do it. Let me do it again. This is what I did. So, I did this room normally. And then... Here's what happened. I did that. This is what I did. Oh my god. That's awful. The freaking like 2 pixels. And I hit them. Of course. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Dude, like, come on. You actually can make this stuff up sometimes, dude. Also, I do that way too much. I know, it requires more precision than doing it normally. That's why I'm mad. And I didn't even know you could do it. I should probably demo that too, because I've had a significant amount of deaths to dashing too early against that spike. Here, give me a second. Have I heard of Mario Dream Team? Yes, I have. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I've played all the Mario and Luigi games except for Partners in Time. And I'm playing Brothership on release for sure. Prologue Golden is the hardest, I agree. I'm completely with you. Honestly though, hot take. This might be controversial. I think Epilogue Golden's harder, okay? You know, the Prologue Goldeners... They think that it's the hardest, but let me tell you, I've played a lot of Epilogue Golden. Let me tell you, I think it's pretty tough. Epilogue, you gotta walk like to the left for like a second. That's a lot, Like, I'm sorry to the Prologue Golden community, but I have to say I think Epilogue's harder. I'm sorry. Mario Dream Team, there's no Luigi. What happened to Luigi? What did they do to my boy Luigi? They kill him? I can't believe Mario would kill Luigi. Especially after the Mario movie. I mean, why would Chris Pratt do that? It's messed up. Chris Pratt, I thought we were friends. Chris Pratt, I thought we had something special in the Mario movie, and then you do this. Then you do this to Luigi? Like, come on. Okay, Prologue Golden's intro card. What are you supposed to do if you get distracted by it? Never finish the level. Okay, well, that seems like a skill issue to me, personally. Kind of seems like a skill error, because, Farewell Golden also has intro card. But you don't see me getting distracted by it. Okay. That's also because it's, like, really hard to get to. But that's besides the point. That's true. Bird's Nest and Epilogue. That's true. Good point. Good argument, honestly. That does add a lot, because like, what if you get distracted by the bird? Because I hate the bird a lot, so I get distracted by the bird. What if you accidentally put in cheat code? That's true. There is a bird nest. You're right, Tweety Bird. I'm an expert in Epilogue, so I know this stuff. They call me Larry the Epilogue on the streets, so I know all my Epilogue Golden strats. They call me Mr. Epilogue. The weird nightmare thing killed Luigi, and Mario and Luigi are running away because Luigi noids are... What is a Luigi noid? I don't know what a Luigi noid is. I'm kind of scared. Is that like a new species of Luigi? Is that like a Luigi... Is that like the Luigi... Is this like the Luigi takeover? Like the Luigi bots? Luigi Terminators? Do I have an evil twin brother named Larry the Prologue? I can't confirm nor deny, if I have an evil brother named Larry the Prologue. It's possible. I'm not going to confirm or deny it. It's entirely possible. I don't want to make any claims. I don't want to leak anything. I'm sorry, that was too far. Too far, Wilbur. I'm kidding. Main Luigi has his face tearing off. Oh, okay. You know, as you do. The Luiginoids is Luigi in the Luigi. Oh, like I forget how because in Dream Team the whole thing is Luigi has like his dream moves or whatever, and he has his little minions. I forgot about that. That's what they are. It's been a while since I've played Dream Team. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm not the biggest Dream Team fan ever, so I've only played it once. I think it's pretty solid. It's not my favorite game in the series. You know, I would probably say I haven't played Partners in Time. I don't know where I would rate that, but I would probably say Bowser's Inside Story is my top pick. And then I would probably put Superstar Saga behind that, and then probably Paper Jam, and then Dream Team, and then I don't know where Brothership's gonna fit in, or I haven't played. Okay, I think Paper Jam's bad. I agree with you, but I think I actually liked it more than Dream Team, and I think Dream Team had more like character and it had better story and stuff. My problem with Dream Team is there were way too many tutorials, and it really took me out of the experience. Like, even like close to the final boss, it was still giving you tutorials, and I'm just like, dude, like, stop. And it was just too long too. There was like a lot of, you know, just I think just too much story and dialogue and tutorials. I think the characters are better though. But Paper Jam is like a faster paced game, so like if I had to play one, I would rather play Paper Jam. Even though Paper Jam has worse story, worse characters, worse everything, honestly. And honestly, like I actually like Paper Mario like being a character. I think it's fun to have a third character to play as. And have like all his paper attacks. Like I think that's fun. I think it's silly. I don't think the character and world is very good, but yeah, I do wish they used less BP too. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think there's a lot of problems with Paper Jam, and I get why people don't like it. I think it's hated on maybe a little too much, but I get why. It is probably like the most soulless of all of them in terms of character, story, world building, everything. But I'm really not the biggest Dream Team viewer. I think Bowser's Inside Story is probably peak, and I think that's what a lot of people think. That's not like a very uncommon opinion, I don't think. Luigi's permadead. I feel like it's weird to have a Mario and Luigi game without Luigi, but I guess it's not like a real, it's like a pre-creepypasta or whatever. Also, I'm probably not going to stream a ton longer. I don't want to go a ton past 10:30 today. There's some other stuff I want to work on. I haven't done this. I haven't figured out how to do this. I really wanted to make a YouTube channel for a while, or just post on one of my second channels that I don't use for anything. For a while, where I just like rant about something with just like some random gameplay footage in the back, but I never knew how to do it because I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know what kind of gameplay I would do, because like, you know, all those videos people usually do like Minecraft or freaking Call of Duty, but I want to do a different game just because I feel like everyone's played Minecraft, bro. But I wanted something where I would just like rant and I could just play something in the background that's pretty like low brain power. I had a couple ideas. I was thinking I could play like Pokemon and just like shiny hunt in the background. That's pretty low brain power. And then it would be really funny if like while I was talking about like some serious issue, I'm just like, oh my god, shiny. Guys, it's a shiny. I'm like, guys, you know, our society is deeply flawed. Oh my god, it's a shiny magic card. Yeah, I could do farewell golden runs in the background, but I don't want it to be Celeste. I kind of want it to be its own thing. I want it to be separate from the main canonical Larry the Slime universe. Also, like, I want to actually be playing. I don't want to just have footage in the background. Like, I want to be actually playing while I talk, because, you know, I like to be doing something when when I'm talking. And Celeste is just a little too involved for me to be able to focus on what I'm actually talking about. So I need something a little more lower brain power. Basically what these streams are, yeah, the streams are that, but I'd like to make more like focused videos about like specific subjects. Like these streams are like that, but they kind of meander. They're more like, they kind of just all over the place. Whereas if I made videos, they would be like a certain subject, like, oh, I'd be talking about whatever, you know? Or like if there's, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Skywars. That would be funny. The only reason I'm not, you know, copying my idol Technoblade and doing Minecraft is because it's so oversaturated, dude. Everybody plays Minecraft, dude. We don't need more Minecraft creators. There's so many. And also, I don't want to associate with Minecraft YouTube right now. I'm sorry. I don't like Minecraft YouTube right now. Like a podcast with an extra step. Yeah, exactly. It is like a podcast with an extra step. I'd either do Pokemon. I could do... I almost just died, by the way. Jesus. I could do, you know, a classic that I love. You know, this is underrated pick. First shooter I ever played, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Could play some Garden Warfare in the background. Which servers are still up for that game, which is insane, by the way. There's like 50 concurrent players, but it's still up. Which is hilarious to me. Could play Minesweeper. Yeah, Minesweeper needs too much brain power. That might, you know, God damn it. What the hell was that, dude? Why? I just jumped off. I was too big of a bunny hop. Minesweeper is a game of the mind, so it's too much. That's too much brain power. God, I'm kind of annoyed I died to that room. This is a free room. But yeah, I could do Desert Bus. I've never heard of Desert Bus. Yeah, I've always, to be honest, I've always wanted to make Pokemon stuff. It's just the problem is it doesn't really fit in with the main channel, because the main channel I just do others. I do more. I don't even know how to describe it, but I just don't think Pokemon would fit in with the main channel. So I don't know. I could do something else. It's just 8 hours of nothing. Well, I want gameplay, just like my dead brain gameplay, so it's easy to play, but it's easy, it's fun, and it's low focus, so you can play in the background. Okay, I can look into it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure something out. You put a DVD logo on the screen. That would be funny. That would be very stimulating. What the slots are? Where you need to play Minecraft to beat it? Oh, the one where you have to like get the golden apple. I heard about that. Where like to golden it, you have to get the golden apple or whatever. I don't want to do I really don't want to do Minecraft. I could do Mario Kart. Honestly, I could play Mario Kart. Yeah, that's valid. Could also, yeah. I might just end up doing Pokemon shiny hunting because I think it works out really well. Just because, one, I like shiny hunting. I just never really have time to do it because it's a big time sink. And it's kind of monotonous too. And it's kind of hard to justify doing it. But it's easy to just like do it and just talk about whatever, and then that way I can give myself an excuse to do it and still have like a reason for doing it. Because I like seeing slightly different colored pixels and a sparkly sound effect. Okay, what can I say? Yeah, it would be funny when I get a shiny, because I could have like a shiny counter too, for it, which I think would be fun. It'll be really funny too. Like, think about the out of context clips. Like, I'm talking about like a really serious subject. I'm like talking about how like I'm like, guys, you're like, guys, you know, this really awful event happened in history today. Oh my god, it does shiny. Yeah, it's like the out of context. I'm just like, guys, you know, today was a really tragic day in history. Oh my god, it's a shiny Pat Rat. I hate Pat Rat, but yeah. It's a shiny Pikachu. Let's go. That would make for some really funny clips. So I think for that reason it would be good. Plus it's so brain dead anyways. Like, it's so easy where I can just, you're just running in circles watching Pokemon spawn until it's a different color, you know? You just have to set it up properly. Once you do, you know, you just go. Free stream content. I don't even know if I would stream it. It would probably be off stream, and I would probably just be like off stream and then like very lightly edited, just like cutting out like, you know, white noise and where I'm not saying anything, and then it would just be put on like a second channel or something. Just because, you know, I think one of the big things is the problem with my main channel, and you know, this isn't really a problem as much on the streams, but at least with the videos, is I feel like I can't really ever make something that would be like serious, because the problem is even on stream, like 90% of the time on stream I'm memeing. Like I'm only serious like sometimes, and I think having an outlet where I could actually talk about a serious conversation and not, you know, have to meme about it would be good. And it's also just like, I think it's a good, you know, venting strategy. I mean, I literally do this even when I'm not recording. I literally talk to myself all the time. Like, that's just how I process like my thoughts and, you know, my problems and everything else that I'm thinking about. I just talk to myself, and I don't know if that's weird, but that's just what I do. So I'm like, you know, I'm used to it already, so. But, and then one of the other things too is, yeah, you're saying you journal. One of the reasons why I kind of think it would be good to make a YouTube video is because recording those videos is kind of like a weird kind of digital journal, because I can always look back at those and be like, oh, this is what I was thinking on this day, you know? How many times have I gotten the Key Hub? A lot. But yeah, I do think journaling is really good. I've never been much of a journaler, but I think I could journal on YouTube. I think that would be good. I could maybe do like a once a week kind of video where I just talk about what I'm thinking about. And you know, it wouldn't get a lot of views, but like, who cares? You know, it would just be good to get stuff off my chest, and like, if nobody watched it, whatever, you know. It's not a big deal. Not really a big thing, because it's not really made to get views. It's just made to be, you know. Yeah, exactly. Just do what you want. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, this is Infinite Amethyst. W song, by the way. Infinite Amethyst is probably my favorite. Like, just normal, non like music disc, modern Minecraft music. That isn't like a music disc or something. It's probably my favorite one right now. Just made by Lana Rain, not surprising. Common Lana Rain W. Lana Rain on her way to make like the greatest music disc of all time for like the 4th time in a row. Like, Lana Rain, every music disc Lana Rain has made has been a banger. Like, seriously. Like think about it. Freaking Pig Step, banger. Okay, Other Side, banger. Creator, banger. Every single one she makes. It's actually insane. Precipice, I don't even know how to say that. Precipice, I think it's Precipice. It's better. I think Precipice is okay, but I just really like Lana Rain's style a lot. I think Creator is probably my favorite music disc right now. And the whole Celeste. So yeah, the Celeste soundtrack's good. Oh, did I just... Oh, I could have... Wait, what? How did I not die there? I like hit... Wait. I like hit the spike. That was so weird. So I missed the gate. I missed the button. I know that. I could have actually saved that. Because I bounced off of it. I think you can save that because here's what I think you can do. I'm pretty sure what I could do. You know, let me get back there. I'll set a save state. I've never done that in my life before. I don't even know what happened. I need to miss it. So okay. Wait, let's get back here. Yeah, I didn't know you could corner jump either. So let's say I miss it. Let's go. Oh shucks, man. Oh wait, no, but I need it to bounce. But so I just need to throw it early, right? So it misses. Wait, how did I even throw it? Was it too low? Like I did this? Because if it just won't hit the bounce pad at a certain point, right? Because can you float under it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe like high up? I wonder, I bet you if you throw it really high up. I don't understand. Oh yeah, I bet you could throw it really high up. No, I want to figure this out. Come on, man. It's not even worth it. So somehow I ended up not hitting the button, which I don't even know how I missed it. It's so easy to hit. There's so much leniency. Like, you have so much leniency. You literally have infinite leniency there. Like, there's so much. I don't understand. I don't know what I did. I'll have to rewatch the VOD. I actually don't even know what I did. Because I think you could fit under the gate if that happened. I'm like not positive, but like I bet you. I suspect you could do that and fit under it, but I'm not positive. So, by the way, I'll do like maybe one more run past keys, and then I'll call it. Sometimes you just jump off of spikes. Yeah, that does just happen, huh? Wise words of Parrot Dash. See, I'm not in the know about Parrot. I'm not in the know about Parrot Dash. I know Parrot Dash is like the celebrity of Celeste, but I just don't know. I just don't know much about Parrot Dash. I'm not super in the know with the Celeste stuff. It's funny because this is my game with some of my highest hours ever, but I know like nothing about it, which I think is kind of funny. I just kind of play the game and know nothing about it, which I think is funny. Like I'm just sitting here like hardly knowing anything about Celeste, just playing Celeste. It's great. Well, it's weird because I just don't. I think I would know more about it if I kept up with Celeste on YouTube. I just don't watch Celeste YouTube. So, yeah. I watched a couple Celeste videos on YouTube. Not a lot, a couple. There you go. Let's go to checking in the stream before I go. Have a fun stream. Yeah, thank you, Vanity. Appreciate it. Have a good day at school. Because I know I didn't have a good day today. I already had my story. My dentist story. I don't think anyone's ever had a good dentist story. Have you ever heard someone be happy about going to the dentist? I don't think that's the thing. I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to go to the dentist today. I'm so excited. Can't wait to have my teeth ripped out. So excited. Very trauma dumping. I am trauma dumping. That's what I literally do every stream. Every stream is just me projecting. Literally every day. Is what I do. Alright. Listen, you signed up for it, okay? This is what you get. All right. Oh, and especially, like, you know how I was talking about that second channel? That second channel would literally just be trauma dumping. That's literally the whole thing. It would just be me yapping about stuff and complaining and trauma dumping. It'd be awesome. I can't wait to look back at my trauma dumping and like freaking like when I'm like 80 years old and be like, what was bro yapping about? I want to be like 80 looking back and be like, dude, what was I on? Like, why was I like this? Hey, but that's assuming I'm living to 80. Let's be real. Let's not happen. Come on. Ain't no way I'm living to 80. I'm just, honestly, I'd be surprised if I make it past tomorrow these days. So. I'm hanging in. You know, no guarantees. I already know I'm about to die in the most like dumb way possible. Like I'm about to be like hit by a meteor from like the aliens or something. I can't wait for you to use bro and yapping as an 80-year-old. Yeah, that is, I can't, you know, the new old people brain rot is gonna be great when we're old and you know our the Gen Zers are all freaking like 80 and we can just yap and we can just be talking like, you know, like this, and all the kids are gonna be like, what is grandpa on about? they're gonna be like, why is grandpa talking like this? What is wrong with grandpa? And I'll be like, back in my day. Be like, let me tell you kid, be like, listen here, grandson, let me tell you a story about brain rot. Let me tell you a story about Skibidi Toilet, okay? But they're gonna be like, what the hell is Skibidi Toilet? And I'll be like, yeah, that's what I was saying too. You know, that was what I was saying back in the day, but you know, that's what happened. Let me tell you, grandson, I got so much to tell you. Let me tell you about Ohio. You know, Ohio back in the day was a crazy place. Imagine if Ohio continues to get memed on for the rest of the human race. That would be funny. If like the Ohio meme like survived multiple generations. I think it's possible. That kind of happened to Florida. Like Florida man's been around for a while. Ohio could turn into a mainstay, honestly. Nice. Ohio's like the most normal place I've been to. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's so funny that it gets memed on, even though it's like the most normal place ever. It's like the default state. It's like super chill there, and people just like think it's crazy. If anything, Florida, the memes about Florida are accurate. I haven't been to Florida, but I am 100% confident that everything I've heard about it's true, because anytime I ask somebody from Florida if like it's actually true that it's insane, they always say yes. Every time. Every person from Florida I've ever talked to says yes, Florida is actually insane. Everyone knows it. The Floridians know it. The non-Floridians know it. Nobody wants to go there. It's a scary place. The governor's crazy. The people are crazy. The animals are crazy. The weather's crazy. Everything there's crazy. Okay. I just remember hearing on the news how like the governor was like, what was it? They were like banning they banned teaching evolution in school. And I'm like, what do you mean? You can't just ban evolution. Bro was like, nah, you can't teach evolution. I'm like, that's crazy. That's wild. and then he did a bunch of just insane stuff where he like tried to ban a bunch of stuff in education. It was crazy. It's crazy. That is true. Ohio is so normal that it's not normal. That's fair. No more evolving allowed. Listen, I know you guys like your little evolution, but we're gonna have to step in here. Evolution, more like not real. Am I right? That was what the Florida governor said. Florida governor's like, evolution. I don't think so. Evolution, not a big fan. Don't like it. Okay. Da-da-da. Alright. I do think it's crazy that they would even try to ban evolution. I remember there was like a teacher in Florida that like continued to teach evolution and then got fired for teaching it because they like banned it. If I was gonna evolve, I would just say no. Yeah, it's like in Pokemon. If you hit B, you can cancel the evolution. You can do that in real life too. If you're about to evolve, just say, nope, I don't wanna. Evolution? Nuh-uh. I don't wanna. Imagine like you're like in like a biology class, you're talking about evolution and you're like, actually I disagree. And they're just like, what do you mean you disagree? It's like, I think this whole evolution thing is a little bit made up. Puberty is canceled. True. Let's go. I don't think that counts as evolution, but same thing. Whatever. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know words. Puberty is like, it's like when you wake up one day and you're like, I'm a big person now, and you're like, okay. It's closer to Pokemon Go evolution, true. Dude, have you seen some of the Pokemon evolution? Some of them definitely have that awkward puberty middle stage. Like, it's real. Like, puberty is real in Pokemon. Like, we can tell. Their voice cracking, I can get better girl voice. Oh yeah, voice cracking sucks, dude. So when you're in puberty, all you do is voice crack. Dude, let me tell you, my now privated videos from 2020 of me playing Minecraft where I was going through puberty and I voice cracked. It was not pretty. Let me tell you, those videos, you know, if they ever see the light of day, it's not gonna be fun, you know. Those things are, yeah. They're, you know, some days I wish they were never made, but you know, it's, I can't, you know, I can't delete history. It happened, it's real, and I have to accept it. I have to accept my 2020 crappy Minecraft videos that I made. You know, it's part of who I am. That I made in middle school. But yeah, would have been the end of middle school. I can delete history, but you just can't. You can't. It's important. It's important. And I understand the importance of history, and it needs to stay. Like, it can't be deleted because it's important. It's an important part of my character arc. Okay, so even if it's private, I can't delete it because I said it before. If somehow I ever got 10k subs, I genuinely would public all of them, and I'm not kidding. I actually will do that. It will be awful in every way, and I will hate that everybody will see those, but I will do it. It's just I don't think I'm gonna get 10k subs anytime soon because I don't upload. So that's kind of my strat. Is I just don't upload so I can't get 10k subs. It's kind of a genius strategy. If you don't upload, you can't get subs. It's genius. It's literally genius. I'm ahead of the game. Okay. Okay, I didn't die on that room. Thank the Lord. Thank you, Jeebus. Finally. Finally, Jeebus is looking out for me. Congrats on living. Wow. Yeah, our standards are pretty low here, huh? Also, I almost missed that wave dash. I was almost too high for it. Okay, here we go. Okay, nice, clean. Hit the wall. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. Hey, get a drink real quick. If it's a golden living's a fair bar. Yeah, that's true. You know, we have different standards here in the Larry the Slime channel. Just surviving another day is enough sometimes. Good stuff. Almost missed that. Fine. It's fine. God, really? Really? I hit the corner. Really? I never do that. Why? Well, I mean, I just did it, so. Really? That's like the one thing I don't want to do. Okay, well, one of the many things I don't want to do. It's because I did it too early. I did it like 1 freaking nanosecond too early. Oh my god. That's so annoying, dude. That's so annoying. That is really annoying. Man. I really wanted to get another determination run in, but nope. Apparently I don't get that today. Because if I could have got there, I almost certainly would have made it to determination. Because from here, it's not that hard. Just this, but nope. Comb Room once again manages to find a way to make me want to break both my monitors and smash my computer and throw it out the window. So, you know, nothing new, nothing new. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. It'd be really funny if I died like that. Just for the memes, we'll do Golden Room just because I haven't done it in a while. Dude, it takes so long to scroll. Go faster. Rah. Why is it so far? Why is it so far? Yeah, literally, this is how I could die if I just like misdash there. But like this is yeah. We see, like, you can just cheese all of this with neutral dashes, with neutral drops. Then you can just do this. I love doing this. Then you get 2 dashes, which is nice. The only kind of dicey thing is you can do a neutral drop here. You just gotta kind of make sure you get high enough on it. So that's fine. I can do multiple attempts if I mess it up. And I just gotta remember to dash. Dude, imagine if I misdash that, dude. Like, imagine if I get here, right? And then instead of uplifting, I just left and then I freaking hit the wall like that. I would be so mad. I would actually be malding if that happened. Oh my god. The infinite wall kick is great. I would mauled for years to come if that happened. You see, you can mess up so many times on this room and be fine. Like, it's chill. It's chill. Don't speak that into existence, Wilbur. I'm a professional at speaking terrible things into existence. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, guys, I beat Farewell Golden. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. I'm so good. I'm so good at Celeste, dude. I'm so cracked at the game. Golden, let's golden. Real. Guys, I got the golden. I just didn't bring the golden with... Dude, I imagine I beat the whole level without dying. Oh, guys, I left the golden. I forgot. I forgot to bring it with. Shucks, guys. Shucks, guys. I forgot to bring my golden with me. Oh, shucks, man. What a shame. Guess we're just done. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I did see the Australian government thing. That was kind of funny. The post in general. I did see that. Anyways, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end here today. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. We'll see. Don't know yet. But... thanks for being here as always. And yeah, this was chill. we'll see if I set up that second channel. I'll post it in the Discord if I do that second channel thing that I was talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry, June, that you joined at the end. That's kind of awkward, but yeah, I gotta go to bed. So yeah, because it's a school night, I can't. Usually, normally I would stay up late, but yeah. But anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll see you all later.